to miss out on the conversation as well. So if you have any questions or comments, you can drop them in the Facebook Live feed. We may not have time because this is an abbreviated segment, but the judge will go back and look at the comments. It is just, at his, earliest convenience, and try to answer those questions. And some of these things may need to be talked about on a private level. So you please feel free to reach out to him. Oh, as well. Oh, sorry. Hold on. My phone. Okay. I am having a Monday today. I'm having a Monday. And I try to turn off my notifications so my screen won't black out, It's okay. We're gonna make it through.
That may be a good song, right. Having a Monday on a Tuesday morning.
Yes. All right, so I'm already behind schedule on getting on air. Oh my gosh. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I apologize for the delay on air. Today is my Monday. I apologize. So I am here. I'm your host, Gwila Jones. Happy Tuesday with my special guest, Judge Tommy Fowler from Craighead County. And so he is the district court judge for position 2. Today we're going to be talking about the amnesty program and a few other things he would like to highlight. This is an abbreviated show, so you can drop your questions in the Facebook Live feed or reach out to him personally for other private matters. So without further ado, no wasting any more time, take it away, Judge Fowler.
Okay, well, good morning, Gwila, and thank you very much for you and Laganzi and KLEK for hosting me this morning, because we have started, we being the Craighead County District Court, so that's Judge Bowling and myself, we have started our 2021 electronic amnesty is what we're calling it, earlier than what we normally do. We realized that people have been in a spot because of all of last year, because of COVID and the pandemic, and the way we've had to open our courts, close our courts, only allow so many people in, trying to be socially conscious of distancing and trying to protect people and not have as many touch points and people coming in and sitting in the same seat, just trying to protect everybody. Okay. So because of that, we decided to start amnesty a little early this year. And the one area that we are focusing on is failure to appear. And I know that there are probably a lot of people who may have missed court last year because they didn't know it had been scheduled or canceled and then rescheduled. I realize that. So does Judge Bowling. And so we're trying to address those folks especially. So what we are asking is this: rather than call, and here's the reason why I'm asking not to call. We are working with a smaller group of clerks because of COVID and trying to protect them as well. We are a week on and a week off, so we're only working half a staff. Because of that, trying to do because of that, and then doing their other duties, we're asking folks not to call, if at all possible, to please email us. Our email address is district@craigheadcounty.org.
District. Okay.
And the other reason for that is now we have a string of writings so that everybody is on the same page. And so what someone is then advised to do, they've got it in writing and there's no miscommunication as to what they're supposed to do. So that's why we are asking everyone to please, email us in. Also, it's going to take our clerks some time to look things up. We're not going to be able to give you an answer the minute that you called. So it just helps us out. So what will happen is, let's say Tommy Fowler had a ticket and I missed court last year because of COVID. So it's just a speeding ticket. I want to call and get it taken care of. So what I would do is I would email in to Craighead County District at craigheadcounty.org, give them my name and my date of birth, and explain my situation. Okay, Judge Fowler, Judge Bowling, it doesn't matter because we'll get them.
Okay.
Whoever you list them out to doesn't matter. We will get them.
Okay.
I had a speeding ticket last year. I missed my court date because of COVID or for whatever reason. It doesn't have to be COVID related. I missed my court date and I'm wanting to get my ticket taken care of. Can you please tell me what I need to do? Email it to us. Clerks will pick it up. They will look it up. They will send it to the prosecutor so the prosecutor can look and see what the request is. Prosecutor will email back to the clerk what the recommendation is. That would come to me or Judge Bowling then to approve that. And if we are good with it, then we will send back to the individual what they need to do to take care of things. And they should be able to take care of it without having to come into court. They may be able to come by and sign up on a payment plan or whatever through our drive-through window and
Okay.
not have to have any face-to-face contact or physical contact with anybody.
Okay. Let me ask this question. It's not in the feed, but
Okay.
um, if someone they do have an FTA, and from my past
Mm-hmm.
experience many years ago, if you get pulled over and it shows FTA on your record, the police have the right or the authority to take you in. So if that is the
There
case,
should
what
be a
happens to
warrant.
those individuals?
So this is another reason we're trying to do that to help folks out on the front end before they get pulled over.
Okay.
Normally, if there was an FTA, then there would be a warrant that would issue an arrest warrant. And so that person may have to be taken in and post bond. They may, depending on the situation, they may just be given another court date to appear. But in any event, that also causes a driver's license to be suspended. And so
Okay.
that's the other ripple in the water that we're trying to help people take care of. So if we can
Okay.
get them to contact us, get the FTA taken care of, then they can get a letter to go back to driver control and get their license reinstated.
Okay. So we're trying to prevent all of these other domino effect things from happening, which can be
Absolutely.
very costly. So,
Yes, it can
um,
be. And time consuming too.
yes,
So trying to take care of all that.
yes. Again, many years ago, 20 years ago, I'm sure the system is a little, I hope it's a little more streamlined now than then, but then it was still kind of cumbersome because unfortunately in Jonesboro, our offices, those different offices are not in one building. We have to go to different locations for different things. So that can make it very time consuming and frustrating. So, all right.
We're trying to streamline that for everybody though.
All right. So again, everyone, email district at craigheadcounty.org, name, date of birth, and the reason for your FTA, and try to get on the docket for the payment plan or whatever however else you need to take care of this matter. Because we're trying to help
Right.
people stay out of this, you know, off this cycle. And this was the platform that you and Judge Bowling ran on many years ago about getting people out of this cycle, this never ending cycle that keeps them caught up and then further behind just in life
Mm-hmm.
in general. So, yes. All right. So that's the amnesty program, electronic amnesty program. And so I see that it started on January 19th, which was 2 weeks ago, roughly 2 weeks ago. When is the end date for people to email you?
We have not set an end date right now. We want to try to monitor how things are going. If things pick up, we want to continue doing it as long as we can. Usually before, amnesty was like 4 Fridays in a row,
Okay.
but we are extending that now to try to again address as many people as we can. I will notice.
Oh, you froze. Hello. I apologize. Judge froze. Good morning to
Wrap it
Miss
up.
Linda. You froze for a minute, so
You
can you
froze up
repeat?
on me. Sure can. We have not set an end date, and I will let you and Lagonzi know at least 2 weeks before we wrap it up.
Okay.
We don't want to set an end date. We want people to be feel like they have the ability. They're not in a rush to try to get it. I know that there's stimulus money coming that not everybody has gotten, that they may be waiting on to try to take care of some of their business. We understand that. So we are going to be doing it probably, definitely through all of February and
Okay.
probably into March, just to kind of give you an idea. But we have not set an end date yet. But I will let you know so you can let your listeners know.
Okay. And one thing before we move on, because we're getting shorter on time, if you it says if the individual wants to enter a guilty plea or no contest and get on a payment plan, they'll need $100, and then they can make arrangements for the rest of the payments.
That
So
is
at least
correct.
$100 to get started.
That is correct.
Okay. All right. So, and this information is on the KLEK Facebook page. Good morning to Miss Linda Johnson Frazier for checking in. Javon Long, he says, good morning, Judge Fowler. Great boy, state mentor and friend. And good morning to Christina Benton and Myron Morgan. Thank you all for tuning in.
Showing him my
All right.
boy state mug.
All righty. So we've got about 9 minutes left in this segment. So I know there was two other things you wanted to get to.
So real quickly, when I first took the bench, one of the early things that I wanted to do was to give people an ability to come and see and speak to me without fear of being served a warrant, or to discuss in private their situation, even though they're not on the docket. So what I developed is what I call the sign up docket that allowed people to come in at 1 o'clock,
Okay.
sign up to see me. When court was over with and everyone cleared the courtroom, I would call people up one-on-one and visit with them about what their situation is. But because of COVID and we've not been able to allow people to come into our courtroom, I want everyone to understand they can email me, just like we were talking about with amnesty. They can email me and say, here's what my situation is. Here's what my problem is. What can you do to help me? I've missed a payment, or I've missed a couple of payments, or I'm behind and I don't want a warrant. I need some extra time. I've just gone back to work. I haven't been able to do my public service work because of COVID or because of the weather. Those are all things that people could come in and talk to me personally about. Because as I always state when I start court, you come to me and I'm going to try to meet you halfway as best I can. And so
Okay.
if someone takes the time and the effort to contact me, again, just emailing me district@craigheadcounty.org what their situation is, our clerks will get them and they will give them to me, and I will look at them and see what we can do to help. So
All right.
that's not a promise. That's just a case by case basis. It doesn't have to be limited to any certain thing. But if you're struggling, talk to me. I
Okay.
want that line of communication open. Let me know what's going on. Let me see what I can do to help. Okay.
All right. So, everyone, I put that information in our Facebook Live feed. It says sign up docket, email Judge Fowler to discuss court related issues instead of going to the courthouse. We just want to keep everybody safe as possible. I want to say good morning to Derek Coleman and Mylan Carter for checking in. Thank you all. Please pass this information along to everyone you know, and put it in your pocket. You never know, you may have an issue. We hope no one gets tickets, but if you get a ticket or have issue, please keep this information on hand. Okay, so what is the other program or the other item that you would like to discuss?
So right after taking office, I was having a lot of people in the Arkansas Department of Corrections send me letters and ask if they could run their district court misdemeanor fines and costs concurrent with their time that they were serving in the Arkansas Department of Corrections or community corrections. This is what I did. Okay, so this is what I did. If anyone is in ADC or community corrections, or they have been there, or you know someone that's there, here's what I ask them to do. take all the classes that they can that are offered. Get your GED, take drug and alcohol classes, take life skills, thinking skills. They offer so many types of classes to better ourselves. And if you do that, when you get out, if you will come back and see me or email me within 14 days of getting out, I need proof of when they went in, proof of when they got out, and certificates from all the classes that they completed. If they will get that to me, then I will go back and I will give them the maximum credit I am allowed under law toward their old fines and cost. I have been able to help people get back when they get out, zero them out completely, put them back on track, and they're done with my court at that point. But if they will put in the time to take the classes to better themselves, then I'm going to give them all the credit that I can toward their old fines and costs. And that there's no time limit on that. That's for anybody who has done that. They can do that, and I will do everything I can.
Okay. This is amazing, especially in this day and time when people are trying to just make it and again get their life back on track. They might have had a slip up. And, we know in the past with previous systems, we're not going to name it, but people were caught in this rat race and they were never able to catch up. And so now you all are offering people the opportunity to catch up. And that's really wonderful. We have a few comments here. Marlon Carter says, "This is great, Judge." Good morning to Pam Willett and Teresa Henderson. And Derek Coleman says, "What about helping people getting recorder?" He said recorder sprung. I don't know what that means.
I, I don't
Derek, can
know
you
exactly
clarify?
what Derek is asking there.
Okay.
But again, he's welcome to write me and be a little more specific, and be glad to look into it to see what I can do.
Okay.
But here's something else, especially with tax time coming up. I forgot to mention this to you. This is something else that Judge Bowling and I do. So if people have a lump sum that they want to pay, they're welcome to write me. And most always, I would be able to qualify them for dollar. So if they had a $500 payment they wanted to make, could give them credit toward $1,000 toward their old fines and cost. Again, trying to help people get back on track, take care of stuff, because I realize from the past, you may have something that seems daunting, $2,500, $3,500. How am I ever going to pay that back? Well, these are some ways that we're trying to help folks get on track, pay it back, and get on with their lives.
All right. So again, and Derek said records removed. So Derek, if you would just email the judge at the email that's listed at the top of the feed, he will be able to answer that question more
He's
privately
talking
for
about
you.
sealing a record, I think. And so he can email me and I can at least direct him where he can look to start that process. There are forms online that he can use to fill out and see if his situation qualifies to be sealed.
Okay. All right, then Marlon Carter says you can see his heart to see change for others to get back on track. Most definitely. We really appreciate you and Judge Bowling for all that you're trying to do for the citizens of Craighead County and Jonesboro. And they have to be willing to work with you as well. Like they have to do their part. So the judges are putting it out there. We need you all to do your part. We want to see everybody be successful in whatever area they
Absolutely.
like to choose. So,
Absolutely.
the amnesty program, email district at craigheadcounty.org, name, date of birth, your reason for your FTA. If you plead guilty or no contest, $100, and then make arrangements for the other payments. Um, the sign up docket, email again Judge Bowling, Judge Fowler, explain your situation, and they will get back with you with the decision on how they can help. And then also, if you are or know someone that's in the Department of Corrections, you do all the things you need to do, take the classes, you will get help with your fines and fees, other fees. So, yes,
Now that's for district court. I want to make sure I'm clear on that.
district court.
I cannot help them on the felony side. But if they had stuff in felony court and in misdemeanor court, the misdemeanor court is Judge Bowling and me. And so if they take the classes and get the proof to us, then I can help them on their misdemeanor fines and costs.
Okay.
Just want to
Alrighty.
be clear on that.
Okay. And Derek, just sorry to clarify, pass the information on. He said it's not for him, it's for other people he know, but we want
Not
everybody
a
to
problem.
pass this
He
information
can
on.
write me and I'll give it, and he can transmit it to whomever he wants to.
All right.
There's
Good morning.
no secret to it.
Alrighty. Well, thank you. And so I apologize, everyone. Today is an abbreviated show. Thank you, Judge Fowler, for giving us your time this morning. I know you probably have a busy docket today or things that I know you have things to do. But thank you so much for giving us your time this morning. And we hope everyone takes advantage of these programs that you have to offer and, get back on track. We know everyone's been having a hard time, COVID, off work, family, whatever the issue. So let's get back on track, everybody. Thank you so much. We got about 30. No, that's it. With
Oh no,
20.
what I was going to say, if you don't mind, you said it best. Judge Bowling and I are going to do everything that we can to help people. Just contact us. And that's what I want folks to understand. We stand by our word. We have since we were elected by the citizens of Craighead County and the citizens of Jonesboro. I don't want people to be scared to reach out and talk to us, because there's nothing that's going to happen as long as you are trying to take the steps to help yourself.
All right. So again, everyone is still listening on Facebook, district@craigheadcounty.org. That's that's your start. Name, date of birth, and your issue, and the judges will do their best to help you with district-related issues. All right. Well, thank you so very
Okay,
much, Judge, and I hope you have a great day.
let's keep focusing on the positive. Okay, thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you, and thank you everyone
Have a
for
blessed day.
watching. All right. Bye bye.